This is for if you want to take a bath. Turn this on here and get a shower. This is life in America. You have to learn these things. Be careful when you sleep and close all the windows. Don't leave any windows open because some bad people might come in the house. It's a little different in this country. Here is the lock. Pull the curtains when you sleep. Watch out for your security. The immediate needs of most refugee families are met with aid from the American welfare system. Federally funded assistance administered by the state is designed to help cope with early adjustments to the U.S. economy. At the welfare office, the family is informed of the procedures set up to help refugees. Mong Vong signs her name to an application for aid to families with dependent children. Through a translator, she is asked the same questions as any other welfare applicant. Did you have your children before or after you were married?
After my marriage.
What is your husband's name?
His name was Chai He.
What did he look like? What were his eyes like?
They were just like everybody's eyes.
Did your husband marry someone else?
No.
Do you know somebody who knows your husband?
No.
What is his mother's name?
Her name is Tai Hyung.
Do you know where he lives? Is he alive or dead?
He's dead. He died.
Their grant standard, the payment amounts that they receive are based on the same standard as the Aid to Dependent Children program. For example, for one person, they get $262 if they have no other source of income. For two people, they get $317. Those are federal funds, as is the medical program that they're covered by, and so is the food stamp program, which many of them are eligible for. They're eligible for financial assistance for 36 months or 3 years from the date they enter the country.
After you're in the country for 36 months, you are terminated, whether you have any income or not.
Once they enter the country, much of what happens to them is determined by the voluntary agencies. Some of the agencies are religious, some of them are sectarian.
Professor of Anthropology, University of Washington.
And these are the agencies that assist in refugee relocation. Throughout the whole process of relocation, there has never been any policy of trying to resettle urban refugees in urban areas or rural refugees in rural areas. If there's been any policy at all, it's been to scatter refugees widely throughout the country so that they'll assimilate and become American as quickly as possible. What's happened as a result of that is pre-literate hill farmers find themselves living in the middle of urban American cities. And perhaps they had no expectation at all as to what city life is like, as to what skills are necessary to live in cities. They had no expectations that they would be living among strangers. They didn't really know what they were getting into.
Li Vang, a distant cousin of Sue's and an exceptional student of English, has been here for 5 years. He still remembers what it's like being a newcomer.
The first time I come into Seattle, I looked around and there's all this big building. It turned out to be a whole big city, you know, where everything is people, and you go and there's only movies and theaters and peoples and cars and freeways, you know. There are so many different people in this country, black, whites, and Asians, and Filipinos, and a lot of people like that. And you look at them and you feel like they, even though they're different, they still belong there because they speak so much English. I didn't know how to speak the language, and I feel foreign, you know. I feel like I was a foreigner. It makes me feel like I have a problem that I can't solve, speaking the language and knowing them and just socialize with them. I remember this place in our country, in Laos. There's this plain, you know, just green, plain green grass. And you sit there and watching the water is coming from the mountain, and it just comes down so nicely, and you can hear only the sound of water and birds, you know, flying. And you wish that you were there with your girls and your boyfriend. And it's a feeling where you feel like you want to dream, you know. It's better not to think about it. If you think about it, it will make you feel very sad.
Most of them start out being quite confused. When Hmong people lived in Laos, they grew their own food, they slaughtered their own animals, they hunted for meat in the forest. And when they come into a grocery store in the U.S., what they see is not food, but boxes, things wrapped in cellophane, things wrapped in plastic. And it really takes a while before people understand that these are things that you're supposed to eat.
Is this the soap? What kind of meat is this? It's all covered up. Is it a cow or a pig? Oh, good. Oranges. Let's take a bag and hurry home. Don't take too many.
Do we have money to pay for these things? Do I put the money in here?
$11.63. Okay, I need more. It's $11.63. This is 10. Out of 20. $8.37 is your change. There's 8. Thank you. 75, 89, 49.
Money. Money. Good. Good. It's money. It's money. Good. It's money. What's this?